There's a moment most fathers never talk about. Not the big stuff, not the argument, not the missed game, not the forgotten birthday. Something quieter. Your kid starts telling you a story. You look away for just a second. When you look back, they're still talking, but something has already shifted. And then they say it's okay. Never mind. I forgot. And you both move on like nothing happened. But something did happen. Researchers who study parent-child relationships have a name for it. They call it a missed repair. It's not the big break in a relationship. It's the small moment of reconnection that never came. And they're finding? It's not the conflicts that quietly damage a child's sense of security. It's the repairs that never happen after them. Here's what that means for you and your phone.
Let me tell you what most phone and parenting conversations get wrong. They tell you your brain is addicted to dopamine. Notifications hijack your reward system. You're not choosing your phone. Your brain is. You've heard that before. And maybe it made you feel a little better for a day. Then you picked up your phone again and felt worse. Because understanding the mechanism doesn't change the moment. What actually changes the moment is understanding what you're interrupting. Here's what I mean. Every single day, without realizing it, you and your child are in a constant cycle of small breaks and small reconnections. You lose your patience, you get distracted, you say something too fast, you missed what they were showing you. That's the break. Then, if you come back, you kneel down, you make eye contact, you say, "Hey, tell me again." That's the repair. I know what that looks like because I've lived it. After dinner, after bath time, after all the logistics of an evening, I'd sit down, pick up my phone, and tell myself I was relaxing. I was watching my son. He was right there, safe in my line of sight, but not in my attention. He picked up a toy car, held it out to me, told me it was broken, and that's when I finally looked up. Not when he walked in, not when he sat beside me, only when he needed something fixed. He had to break something to get my full attention. I don't think he knew that's what he was doing, but I've thought about it a lot since.
Researchers at the University of Washington spent decades studying what actually predicts whether a child feels securely attached to a parent. It wasn't the absence of conflict. It wasn't perfect attention. It was the repair rate. How often, after a break, does the parent come back? John Gottman found that in strong relationships, the repair doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be a long conversation. It can be a glance, a touch, a quiet, "Sorry, I got distracted. What were you saying?" The rupture isn't the problem. The unfinished repair is. Now, here's where your phone comes in. And this is the part nobody talks about. Your phone doesn't damage your relationship in the dramatic moments. The dramatic moments you notice, you put it down, you show up. It damages it in the invisible ones. Your kid is telling you something. Your phone buzzes. You look. When you look back, they've already closed the loop on their end. It's okay. Never mind. It wasn't that important. They're not angry. They're not crying. Everything looks fine. But the repair window just closed. Not because you're a bad father, because the interruption arrived faster than the reconnection could. And here's the thing about kids. They don't keep score the way adults do. They don't think, "Dad missed 3 repairs today, 2 yesterday." They just slowly update a belief about whether when they reach for you, you reach back. That belief, built one small moment at a time, is what psychologists call felt security. Not the love you have for them, not the things you do for them, the feeling they carry inside. When I need my dad, he's there. Your phone doesn't threaten your love for your child. It threatens something quieter. The moments when they reach and find you already looking somewhere else. So, what do you actually do with this? Not put your phone away more. You've told yourself that 100 times. Something more specific, and honestly, something easier. Here's the reframe that changed how I think about this. The problem isn't that you respond to your phone. The problem is that your phone has turned you from someone who initiates attention into someone who only reacts to it. Think about your day. A notification appears. You respond. A message comes in. You answer. A video starts. You keep watching. Hour after hour, your attention goes wherever something calls for it first. Meanwhile, your child is waiting for the one person in their life who notices them without being asked. The best fathers I've read about in the research and in the stories people share, they're not the ones who put their phones away the longest. They're the ones who look up first, who ask, "How was your day?" before their kid wonders if anyone will. Who notice when something is off before their child has to say it out loud. Who catch the beginning of a story before it becomes, "Never mind." That's proactive attention, and it costs almost nothing. Because here's the practical part. You don't need to throw your phone away. You don't need to be present every second. You need to get good at one thing: catching the repair window before it closes. When your kid starts talking and you get pulled away, come back, fast, before they say, "It's okay," before they close the loop themselves. "Hey, wait, tell me that again." That's it. 4 words. 4 words that say, "You matter," more than whatever just interrupted us. There's one other thing worth knowing. The research on proactive attention shows something surprising. It's not the length of time you spend with your child that builds felt security. It's the number of times you initiate connection throughout the day. Short, frequent, initiated by you. Not long, not perfect, not uninterrupted. A glance across the room and a smile. "Come show me." Putting the phone face down when they walk in before they say anything, not because you have to, because you looked up first. That shift from reactive to proactive is what changes the pattern. Not slowly over months. In the next moment, you try it. Because your child isn't keeping score on how long you put the phone down. They're keeping a feeling. The feeling of reaching and finding you already there.
Stop waiting until you have more energy. Stop waiting until work calms down. Stop waiting for a long, uninterrupted afternoon to finally be present. Those conditions aren't coming. But the next time your kid walks into the room, that's coming. Before they say anything, look up. Before they have to ask for your attention, give it. And if you get interrupted, come back. Tell me again. I want to hear the rest. That's the whole thing. Not a perfect father, not a phone-free house, not a weekend retreat. Just a father who catches the repair window before it closes, one moment sooner than yesterday. Because one day, your child will be older, and they won't remember every lesson you taught them, every plan you made, every sacrifice you made for them without saying a word. But they will remember a feeling, the feeling of looking up
in seeing that you were already looking back.